Yes. So this is in reference to Kody. So this is from Sister Wives. He, being Kody, wanted them all to be as obsessed with her, Robyn, clearly, as he was. And that is something that I think everyone involved in Sister Wives misjudged, was that Kody was head over for heels for Robyn. He thought she was this divine, amazing, beautiful, woman being brought into this family. I'm not saying that she's anyway, that's a whole different topic about that. But that we would view that as being this amazing person who finished this family. I know, and many other people in this comment thread talked about the fact that a lot of people had red flags right from the beginning, because fine, you're polygamous and all that, but you have 20 years worth of established marriage. You're bringing in this person very last minute. You already have 13 kids. You're already struggling financially. Like, what are you doing, period? To me, it always seemed like it was a midlife crisis, like the husband who the family's struggling, and he's like, I sold the minivan and bought a sports car. And you're like, or a motorcycle. You're thinking, what are you doing that's so irresponsible? Not at all a coincidence that Kody already had both a motorcycle and a sports car while his kids were struggling, but that's a whole different thing. But I think it's possible, we can't really tell, that production also saw it this way. This beautiful thing, they're bringing in this new wife, it's this amazing thing, and I think they were genuine, and I think Robyn thought this too, and maybe there's this long-standing rumor that the reason they got the show was specifically because they were bringing on another wife, and they weren't really interested in watching a family of one man, three wives who just already have been together for a couple decades. But the rumor is that when TLC heard they were bringing on a new wife, they were like, oh, well, that's interesting. So they really, I think Kody and Robyn both feel that she's the reason, she and him are the reason they got this show. Okay. So I think they expected that we would feel the same way about Robyn. We would be like, oh, what a beautiful love story. Oh, they're so perfect for each other. Oh, the old wives, the old boring wives should be so thankful that this beautiful, young, amazing woman came in. She definitely spoke to the camera like she was kind of their savior, that was something else that right from the jump irritated me and irritated very many people, was that she had never lived polygamy. We know that to be even more true now than we did back then. Even growing up, she really didn't. But she had never lived as another wife, and she from day one was like, let me tell you how polygamy is. Let me tell you how this family is. And the viewers instinctively were like, maybe you should let Janelle talk. Maybe you should let Mary and Christine talk. Like, it's just a weird thing. If I joined a club and they were doing an interview and I had been there a week, I wouldn't speak about how the club is run, even if I've been in other clubs before. You would kind of be like, well, let's let the president discuss this, or let's let the longstanding members, the people who've been there for 30 years. And I think it really bothered people. But I do think that Kody is blind to the fact, well, first of all, he's just blind to all of her faults and all these other issues. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for a husband to feel about his wife, but they specifically joined, he very specifically joined a practice of having multiple wives where certain things were required of him. And one of those was this objectivity to a fairness to the other wives. And so if you're going to join into that lifestyle, there's got to be some fairness. And he just totally threw that away. But I 100% agree that he was obsessed with her right from the beginning. And he thought we would be too, and the rest of the family would be. And he sure loved to tell them about stuff that just doesn't seem appropriate.